this before.
Why does that girl look sad? Who are these guys?
By the way, I went live until Vince and Katie show up, so don't say anything stupid.
You got
We're just gonna hang out until they get here.
Is there some of his family?
Oh, look, he's signing 2 Funko Pops. Oh. Yeah, that's it. Miss Kinzy. What up?
Baby.
What up?
We're live waiting for Vince. I told him I'd give him Rey Mysterio's induction. I didn't want him to miss it. So I literally went live as soon as it pretty much ended. And I was like, we'll just wait for them to show up.
Oh, I see the Funko Pop things. Get the fuck out of here.
Damn, your internet's like really delayed.
No, I backtracked
paused it?
to
Okay.
I paused it and I also backtracked to a couple things.
What up, Allison?
Hi, Allison.
Hello, Allison. How are you?
Ow.
I'm feeling kind of blah today.
Okay.
I think it was something I ate. Like, feel bloated, uncomfortable.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Starting to feel a little bit better. I was thinking about letting you guys just go on without me.
No.
This is the biggest
Ooh,
show of
she's
the year. You know what I'm saying?
Almost done with my video for getting offed. You can make it my birthday present on April 5th. You got 5 days.
I was gonna say, count it out. Count on your fingers.
I can do math, young lady.
I kind of can.
Yeah, you got loud there.
Wow, yeah.
What?
Yeah, for a second there, you just got really loud for no reason.
I literally backed up from my mic.
No, just Justin, right? Like, I'm not crazy.
No, it did. It got turned up the mic for some reason.
You know what? I'm so over all this fucking technology. I don't even care
All
anymore.
the way turned up.
Oh, come on.
I hate you guys.
All the way to
Turn
that's the jam.
up.
That's the jam.
I'm looking forward to it,
How
Allison.
are you guys watching? How are you watching WrestleMania, Katie? I already asked Matt.
On this TV that's right behind me.
Get show. Are you watching it with friends or family?
Yes, she is. Well, friends. She's going to be watching with Adam and Eve.
Oh wow.
No, just this Adam right here.
And what's the
I hate you.
No, you don't. You really don't.
I don't.
Because I know people you don't like. And I know how you
there's-
feel about those people.
There's a long list.
Yeah. And I know how you feel about me. Well, not feel about me. But
Yeah,
how
there's
you
a long
treat me
list?
compared
Oh,
to the
shit.
people that you don't like. You don't hate me.
There's a long list. Damn.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a short list. You know. Of
No,
like maybe
I have a lot of hatred in my tiny little body.
former pizza
So-
drivers. You know.
Preachers. The good Lord.
Is that a former thing or is that a current thing? You know.
What, that he's a pizza driver or that I hate him?
That. All the above. I
Vince
know
will be
one of
here,
those
Will.
be true.
We're waiting on him. I wanted to let him enjoy the
That's true.
Hall of Fame with Ray Ray.
Why was Master P not there? I'm just looking at Young King's Twitter. Yeah, he's right. Who, mom? Scissor BS, Daddy Will.
Well, I was going to say, you do notice, like, they conveniently ignored things like Tim's web show on the network.
Oh yeah. That was
Tim,
that was a thing.
Tim White's Getting Offed, we'll call it, on the WWE network.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Didn't talk about that during the Hall of Fame. Didn't bring that up.
Might be a good reason not to. Just throwing that out there.
Missed
Well, I
all
think,
of SmackDown, but the opening promo. Cut my finger somehow.
I think they should have brought that up. I mean, if Roxanne is talking about anxiety on NXT, I feel like, Tim's white, mental issues should also be brought up as well, just saying.
I don't know. I mean, in some capacity, yes, but
Yes, that's true.
Don't give him the Warrior Award for surviving repeated attempts.
Ooh, good one. Good one.
Hate me?
No, I
That's
was
a
not
good
going to say
one.
that.
Oh, that's surprising.
Wow.
Who had the best dress tonight?
I mean, it all depends on what you're into, because Liv had the craziest looking fucking dress.
She was out there.
That was the one that was like she had the hat and stuff like that. I didn't really catch because I was
purple.
busy. Shout out to Marks and Mikes, I was busy. But yeah. So I didn't get to see that part. Plus tornadoes was a thing too. So
Tornadoes, thunderstorm. They were sitting here and they're like, you might not get a thunderstorm, but you're still gonna have like 90-mile-per-hour winds, which is basically like a fucking tornado. So
okay, Rhea looked amazing.
That is the correct answer.
Shout out
Kathy Kelly looks fantastic.
Kathy Kelly, Carmella,
always looks fantastic. Always looks fantastic.
Bless you.
Angie as well. I thought
Angie and Aaliyah look gorgeous.
Aaliyah, good Lord, have mercy. What's up?
Montez and Byron matching.
Yes.
Twinsies.
Yes. Shout out to Kyle.
So weird because this picture of Kyle not only doesn't look like Kyle, but looks like a really good friend of mine who is no longer with us, whose name was Jath, like to a T in that picture. It's really weird every time he comes on because I'm like, wait, no, that's Kyle. Okay.
He said, nope, that's Kyle Tyson.
Just for laughs, I'll just say it also kind of looks like an alternative album as well.
It's alive.
I wish it wasn't.
I don't know if you caught the Botch Spots and Chair Shots trivia show from last night, Justin.
No, unfortunately, I did not catch the Will show.
Will was in a grumpy mood, so I had to cheer him up. And in response to cheering him up, also really cheered up Kyle and Katie by repeatedly just answering all the questions. You enjoyed it. I have this theory about you, young lady, where you pretend that you're not enjoying things. You are a young lady. You're like 25. Come on, 26.
I'm 26.
Yeah. Okay, you're 10 years younger than me in 5 days. You're a young lady.
I turned 27 this year.
I'm closer to 40 than I am to your age.
All right.
Exactly. You're a young lady. Anyway, I have this theory about you that you pretend to really not enjoy some of these things, but deep down inside you really do. And I think my dick was one of them.
Pause.
No,
the phrase "my dick" as the answer for all the questions, not Matt Ritter's.
I know.
No, for Justin, because Justin said pause and looked confused.
I'm not. Listen, when you're talking about your cock, I'm never confused. You know what I'm saying? I'm more curious. You know,
like curious about
everything. You know what I'm saying?
Have you gone to creationworld.com and see what you could find out?
You know what? I did not go there.
Well, maybe start there, see if there's any information that'll help you, and then from there we can move forward.
Okay.
With any questions you have about my dick. Hi, Daniel.
What's up?
Hi, Daniel.
Allison, Will, Kyle,
Allison.
Bakley, Cage My IQ, right?
What's up? That's Daniel. Wax
That's
on, wax
Daniel?
off. Yeah, Daniel.
Get Yo.
Red on, so gone.
Pete Defense. Remember Pete Defense? Is Pete Defense?
What Hogwarts house is my dick in? My dick is also a Slytherin, just like me.
I
But
feel like there's a lot of jokes there,
but
but
my
I'm not
dick
gonna
is
say
in the
anything.
Griffin whore.
Oh,
It's been in the Hufflepuff, and it's been between a couple Ravenclaws.
What about Raven Balls?
Whoa, using my government name.
Raven Balls could be one. What kind of spell? What kind of spell would it be to make it, erected? Erecto mouse? No, that's not how you say it.
I don't know, but I've expected my Patronum on a few young witches.
Okay, I like that. I like that. What about a boner crux? Is that a thing? A boner crux?
A boner crux?
Yeah, kind of like a horcrux, but
Where like every time I kill somebody, I put a piece of my soul in my boner and it makes it live longer.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, that's a good.
Because I mean, for an extra inch every now and then, I might go for that.
Wait, are we talking about inches?
No,
Yes,
of course.
Just was wondering if a boner
sorcery's boner. Sorcerer's boner.
Erectos madicos. What?
Longo.
Erectos matictos. I do have the Elder Wand though, so.
Oh, okay, Elder Wand. Okay.
I feel like I'm not sure if this is a really fucked up Pornhub version of the ending of Katie's show, or if this is a sweaty session right now. I don't know what's going on.
It's both. It's both.
It is those.
You know what I'm saying? We're here.
Hufflepuff my dick. Kyle, 2 days later is a day later is still talking about his penis.
That was that was a whole thing, and it's probably gonna carry on forever. So my dick is a thing, Vince.
It's Matt's fault.
You felt it in the chat.
Damn.
I felt it the minute I got into the chat. I was like, what is this I feel?
Oh, okay. So Allison found a conspiracy theory that Andy Kaufman faked his death. I got lost in all the Madick talk and forgot that she had said she found a conspiracy theory that Will did not know today.
Interesting.
I was thinking she was going to say Tim White because Tom White looks just like Tim White, and that.
I thought it was Tim for a minute because my brain shut off, and I'm like, wait, let me not be cynical here and assume this man passed away. But I'm like, no, he did. That's just his brother.
Right.
Crazy stuff.
Are you good, Vince? I think
yeah. I
up.
just
warm.
Oh, I've been warmed up. I'm
not fluffed yet, by the way. I'm not fluffed yet, so
Justin
I don't know if I can go.
has not been fluffed. Well, you can fluff yourself while we run the intro.
No, I listen to it all the time. I tell all my friends to Smack It Raw.
Following podcast contains mature content. The views and opinions expressed by the host are not necessarily those of the host. Listener discretion is advised. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the number one wrestling podcast on Pornhub, the Smackin It Raw Podcast, where fluffing yourself while watching is fully encouraged. I am your host, the patron saint of podcast, and the Warden Matt Ritter, and I am here with my co-hosts this evening, out of his palatial palace and in some kind of
The Matrix.
blurry tornado dungeon here in Illinois. He is your favorite Mark with Mike, if you don't like Cheech or JT better. Also, the host of the Get Show podcast, which Vince is a part of, and 1/4 of the core four over on Get It Off. It's your boy Juss.
That's right, we here. You know how we do.
another fourth of the core four, returning to us this week after her missed absence last week. She is Miss Katie Kinzy Bebe, host of the She Leads Showcase Inside the Mind of In the Crowd. Story time with Miss Katie Kinzy Bebe. The shout out, She
Hola, what up? I'm back.
And on a fucking streak in 2023. What is this, 4 weeks in a row?
Why keep count?
Because I have to. Holy shit, ladies and gentlemen. The Pornhub Poppy, the Sultan of Spitter Swallow, my friend Vince.
What's happening, y'all? What's going on?
How's everyone doing?
Chilling.
I'm
Well,
titillated.
I mean, go ahead. Sorry, Vince.
Just is pulling a double tonight. He was a mark with a mic, and now he's smacking it raw right after.
Appreciate you, JJ. Appreciate you.
All right, well, if everyone's good, since you guys are all fucking quiet and not being entertaining, Katie, news and rumors?
I have a few. First and foremost, Kelly, Barbie Blank, expecting a first child. Un bebé.
Okay.
It's her rainbow baby, so we love that.
Nice.
What is a rainbow baby?
It's basically when after you have a miscarriage or something like that.
Okay.
It's your first actual baby.
Okay.
Right.
I didn't know
So
that
good
was
for
a
them.
thing.
Oh yeah. It's
Yeah.
y'all can do some research about it. It is a very big thing. So kudos to them, her and her husband. The pictures look incredible. She gave us pictures to people. Beautiful. She's glowing. Okay, so Ring of Honor had pay-per-view tonight.
Yeah.
And Dante Martin broke his ankle. That shit was turned around. These kids can't catch a break. It's honestly sad.
I mean,
Like he took a
Did it to himself though.
he got a Canadian destroyer off a ladder through a table and
I was
landed
gonna say
one.
it was a ladder match, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Holy
don't say he
shit.
did it to himself. Shit happens. They just have terrible luck recently.
It's bad luck.
Must have broke a mirror somewhere.
all I'm saying is, Sky Blue, if you're looking for a guy with 2 ankles, I could talk Kate into sister wives.
You're actually terrible.
I think.
You think?
I think you should try at the very least.
I don't think you should try.
For once, it wasn't Darius. Yeah, JJ Dante.
It's honestly, it's always like, I mean, Darius was in the car accident, and then Dante had like to go on his own, and now Dante's gonna be out for who even knows how long. Like he got stretchered out of the building.
Right.
They
You
just
hate
really
to
can't
see
catch a
it.
break, and it's sad.
You hate to see it, especially from Dante Martin too.
Yeah.
Bakley said Trinity Fatu was spotted backstage at Ring of Honor.
Yes, she was. Athena talked about it in like the media scrum after the fact, saying that she wants a match with Trinity eventually, since they never got their one-on-one in WWE.
Nice.
So we very well could see that. Who really knows? I don't know. But I mean, those are like the main things. Matt Jackson tore his bicep, partially.
Yeah,
That's
you're
a
not supposed
thing.
to care for things like that. Sorry.
Well,
That's
Was that an
Hey.
in-ring thing that he did there, or was that like a?
I believe it happened in the Winnipeg show.
Okay. I got you.
I don't know. I just saw it. I was like, oh, injuries. Okay. But that's mainly it. The rest has just been like that I had was all like Hall of Fame stuff leading up to tonight.
There are rumors that Triple H has approved a new WWE Championship belt.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
It's called the Smackin It Raw title.
I mean,
It is
that
not.
Imagine. Be terrible.
Because there's only one Smackin' It Raw champion, and you are hearing him speak right now.
Yes, but you get your own championship in your name.
They wouldn't do that.
You could
they
literally
could.
just get one.
They
created
won't
for you.
induct China for her work on Pornhub. You think they're going to give me a belt?
Truth.
I'd say it's more of a strap on than a belt, but Yeah.
Only when I use it on you, Vince.
Not consensual.
Hi.
That's debatable. I've got a contract. So that's it. Nobody's got anything else.
For news and rumors, okay. Well, hold on. I do have a little something. So usually during this time, like Mattel usually does something for WWE. So they're releasing the WCW Monday Night Nitro stage set. So it's not an official set that's going to be released to everybody, to every store. They do have like a thing where like if they reach a certain amount, so the starting amount is, I think it's like $400. They're trying to get to a certain amount. And it includes like Hulk Hogan, Rey Mysterio. It includes like at least I think 5 wrestlers in the whole set. If you look it up on Mattel, it's dope. I think so. But the thing is, like, I hate when they do these things because like you have to ante up $400 to get to the price, and it's like, just make it. People are gonna buy it anyway, So that's just my thing.
Probably make more money mass producing it and selling it at a lower price than you would be popping it off as a collector's item for $400.
Exactly.
Yep. True.
Wasn't there like a rumor that supposedly Vince McMahon signed a 2-year contract to be an employee for WWE as like a chairperson?
I did see something about that on Twitter today.
Yeah,
I don't know. Everything and all things Vince and Kennedy McMahon, I ignore for good reason because he's a scumbag.
True.
What if he starts from the bottom though and works as an intern, and he's like, Vince, get my coffee? Can you just imagine that? The guy that used to run the company is like just getting like donuts and coffee. It's like, here you go.
They should all beat him up like they did Coach.
I know you like the latte. Skim milk.
Lactose free for me, please.
I can't.
I can't process dairy.
I can help you with that. And that strap-on title. We'll get you all cleaned out. Drew McIntyre and WWE have not come to terms on a new contract, Bakley said.
I don't trust anything Bakley says.
I just saw that like during Ray's Hall of Fame speech. I didn't read into it, so I don't know much about it.
Will said 1.2 million a year with a 175% bonus plan, 401k plus 3 personal days is the contract that Vince signed. He's got to make all that money back that he just paid back to WWE for his indiscretions.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to work it off.
This man gives me migraines.
Cleaning toilets
and getting coffee, according to Justin.
That's what I'm saying.
Listen, I would clean every WWE toilet in the headquarters and at the arenas for 1.2 mil a year.
Right.
Yeah, that's
a
more
lot
than
of
that.
1.2 mil a year.
Be there, be
talk
like
about some of those things.
No, I don't know.
No? Okay.
Cleaning the toilet, be like, oh, Shotzi was here.
That's mad.
Just.
Sniffing the toilet seat. Anyway, anyone got anything else?
They announced the official order of the WrestleMania matches for night 1 and night 2.
Oh, okay.
See?
That's not the order.
Well, not the order. I mean, like, what matches are going to be on what day
night.
Is what I meant. Yes.
Right.
What match on what night?
Well, I mean, they did confirm tonight again that Cena and Theory are opening tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And
Which
Roman and Cody is headlining, whatever, Sunday night. That's all we know.
If you're watching the video version, which you should be doing, you can see the lineup here. Night 1, John Cena and Austin Theory, Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley for the SmackDown Women's Championship, the Usos versus Sammy and KO for the tag team titles, Becky Lynch, Lita, and Trish Stratus versus Damage Control, Seth freaking Rollins versus a jackass, Rey Mysterio trying to redeem himself and be a good father after months of not, or years.
Hey, give him one night. Give him one night.
Dom gave him one night. I don't have to. Braun Strowman and Ricochet versus the Street Profits versus the Alpha Academy versus the Viking Raiders in a match that we should have had tonight on SmackDown. Night 2, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Bianca Belair versus Asuka for the WWE Raw Women's Championship. I don't know why I couldn't say WWE there. Gunther versus Drew versus Sheamus in a meat-slapping symphony of sin for the Intercontinental title. Edge versus Finn Balor in a House of Horrors match. House of Horrors match.
Exactly.
Brock Lesnar versus Omos as the attraction match, and then again a match that we should have just had on SmackDown. Liv and Raquel versus Natalya and Shotzi versus Ronda and Shayna versus Sonya and Chelsea, because they couldn't even give us Chella, which is all I asked for.
Is Mella hurt or something? That's kind of like...
She's sidelined for some reason. They're not disclosing anything.
Okay, all right. We'll talk about it when we get into our spirit swallows, because I got some talking pieces.
Well, let's do that right now. Vince, are you interested in what Justin's spitting or swallowing? Justin, spit or swallow?
So let me tell you something. Actually, before I spit and swallow, we were talking about One Nights and Nights. One Night is by Ricky Martin. So what I'm going to swallow, I'm going to start off with Raw. And swallowing Cody and the Paul Heyman promo.
Yeah. After the solo match, right?
Yep.
Yeah, everything Cody was pretty spot on. I mean, except for SmackDown, they literally just stared at each other.
No. You missed a perfect part of SmackDown. Cody Rhodes, of all people, rapping the beginning of Tupac's verse in California Love, and it was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And I can die happy. I was laughing my ass off.
Mother Nature can lick my dick. All right,
right, exactly.
I missed all of SmackDown except for the opening promo
on Twitter
through Braun Strowman's entrance and Ricochet's entrance.
Same.
That's what I get to sign off for the night of my wrestling for is fucking Ricochet and Braun Strowman. Fuck you.
I went online and found a completely legal stream and skimmed through stuff that I didn't want to watch, like the Fatal 4-Way matches, and just got to like the meat and potatoes of things. And
I did not do that. So
I did because my sister, shout out to my sister Vettel, she hit me up. It's like, dude, did you see? I was like, no, I haven't. The weather's a bitch. Don't tell me anything. I was like, okay, don't go on Twitter. So I had to.
Where the fuck's she at?
My sister?
Yeah.
At her house.
And then how did she see it if she's in Chicago and you're in Chicago and we're in the Chicago area?
She also has a very reliable legal stream that she uses to watch wrestling.
Fair enough.
Which everything's legal. You can't assume my sister's.
I would take that sentence back. Everything is not legal.
Everything is legal. Everything we do is legal.
What about a spit or swallow? Is that legal?
Yeah, Katie, spit or swallow.
I'm gonna swallow Becky versus Io. Great women's match. Can't go wrong. Good way to kind of showcase both of them before the Mania match, because Io's one of the best people in ring and doesn't get to showcase it enough. And Becky's Becky. So the fact that they could put on a hell of a match the Monday going into Mania, pop off Queens, talk about it, good for them. I love it.
They need to run that back too.
100%. Well, I mean, they kind of will.
Oh yeah, kind of, slightly,
kind of, only a little bit.
I agree. Yeah. I enjoyed the shit out of that match.
Yeah, that was one of my swallows on Raw as well. Solid match between the two. It's a little bit of a shame that we don't get a singles run for Io. Hopefully we get to see more of that in the future down the line, because she's a great act just onto herself. And I don't know. I think it's time we break up Damage Control.
Are we not going to talk about the fact that this started with Miz TV though?
I'm not spinning or swallowing.
I was going to let you go into that.
Well, I don't do spits or swallows. I just kind of comment. But yeah, no. Miz wanted to know how Becky feels not being able to do things by herself. Becky wants to know how Miz feels having tiny balls, because this is still a thing.
Right.
When he says that his wife confirms that they're massive, Becky says that she didn't get around much before Miz, which I absolutely enjoyed the shit out of. Damage Control interrupts Lita. We get a little back and forth. Becky's all fired up and ready to end this. And then, as you said, Becky defeats Io one-on-one.
Yes. Yes.
I do have a question, though. And hear me out. The theory about having big balls, right? And I understand people saying that that's a good thing. But in the medical terms, big balls also kind of means like maybe prostate cancer. So why is that still being like a positive? The prostate cancer is definitely a negative.
I'm going to go get a colonoscopy now. Thanks, Jess.
I don't have balls, so I cannot speak on this topic.
Swallow Nigel McGuinness being introduced as the third member of ROH commentary.
Crazy.
We love Nigel.
Sit your ass back down, Vince.
I went to go turn on the lights so I have better lighting so that the video looks better. I was trying to do that
to make sure that somebody was
And you look
okay.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I muted my mic. See, that's the thing.
No, we literally all heard
No.
you. So you're a filthy liar.
Well, I did. Didn't you see the lights?
It
get
literally
brighter?
looks the same.
Lying is legal, remember?
Everything is
Oh,
legal.
yes. Stop saying that.
Yes,
Everything is legal.
I will say, since we're leading up to Easter, now the light is shining on you. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus is in here.
You're being blessed. my man.
Where's Jesus? Hold
You're
on,
being
time out.
blessed.
Where's Jesus?
Travis says it looks exactly the same. I agree.
Whatever,
That's what I
Travis.
said.
Jesus is a grown man. He can show up on his own. Vince, spit or swallow.
This is going to be a big gulp of a swallow, but Rey Mysterio got inducted to the fucking Hall of Fame. The reason why we're shooting this like an hour later than we normally do.
Because of you.
Last year we didn't start recording until like way after this time, like maybe like 12:15, 12:30 almost, because we were staying up for the Undertaker for you. So we can take turns. We can take turns. But swallowing Rey Mysterio, loved the speech, loved Conan, his speeches as well when he introduced them. It was all great. Ray putting over Angie. Without Angie, this doesn't happen. She was the real MVP. Shout out to CC for sharing that meme. The Rey Mysterio match with Damian Priest, the setup to Dominic Mysterio, like the continued play of the storyline with Dominic leaving right before he's about to like fully start. His speech was fucking fantastic. And I was trying to look for my shirt, but I think it might have been swallowed up by the ghost, or it's in the abyss in the tornado from Chicago today. But Rey Mysterio officially knighting and inducting Legado de Fantasma as the new LWO. And I really, really fucking hope that this is a faction that they continue doing after WrestleMania, and it's not just a nostalgia grab, just like they're trying to do with the Brood and Edge with the entrance. I really, really fucking hope, because that's so cool. Shout out to Selena, because she's also the first official female member of the LWO. So you never forget your first. So shout out to Selena.
Who was your first, Vince?
I can't say that right now.
You absolutely can.
No.
She has no idea what the question is. You just say a random woman's name. She's going to think you might be talking about a wrestler. She doesn't know any better.
Okay. The name was Marcella.
So you didn't forget your first. I really thought he forgot his first.
No. I was trying to like buy time until I
was
knew
trying
it was
to
safe.
just like say it under his
Until
breath.
it was safe.
Yeah.
Mine was April O'Neil. If that counts, but
That tracks.
you know, for my swallow,
Whoa, Vince, chill the fuck out. Have I said Justin spit or swallow yet?
no, I just memorized
No,
the order.
no.
But go ahead.
It doesn't matter. Katie, spit or swallow.
Oh. Okay.
I'm punishing you motherfuckers for taking my job. It's the one thing I'm doing this entire episode is saying that word. All right.
Words. But I'm going to swallow Seth versus Mustafa Ali. Can't go wrong. A hell of a match. Ali got some airtime. Seth got to beat someone up before he beats the shit out of Logan Paul. It's a win-win. I was okay with it. It's a good match. I love them both. 10 out of 10.
And you love to see it. Ali gets
We
some
do.
time
We do.
because all he was doing was like those like those vignettes. Well, not really vignettes, but like him just talking like on social media. And so you actually like to see him like actually get down in the ring and do something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that weird DDP fucking power positivity bullshit.
Yes.
He's basically Bo Dallas with blonde hair.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
Blanco
yeah.
Dallas was Bodie Hayward. He got fired.
Bodie.
Justin Spitter Swallow.
Yeah, so Swallow, the Kevin and Sammy promo, and basically talking about how like LA is an important scene for them because you know the PWG American Legion Arena, how they got their big pop off there when back before they were in WWE, so in the indie scene. So I thought that was a good tie into their storyline leading up to the Usos match on WrestleMania. So you know you got to mention with them and talk about their past and PWG. So I thought that was dope.
And it carried over to SmackDown.
Okay.
So nobody watched SmackDown. That's why I'm here.
Gotcha.
I got you.
I saw this.
Oh, okay. Listen, I don't really order stuff. I just write stuff down.
We saw up until Ricochet.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
You act like I remember the order of anything that happened tonight.
So the Usos are out there cutting a pre-WrestleMania promo. Sammy and KO come out. They say blood isn't the only thing that makes family. Loyalty does. And Jay's like, what the fuck do you know about loyalty, Sammy? And Sammy's like, what do I know about loyalty? I know all about loyalty. I was loyal to you. You choose blood over loyalty. Roman ain't been loyal to you, but I was, and you picked him over me. KO and Sammy say they're going to win. They're going to end the bloodline. It's all going to be over after Wednesday. And Jay thinks that KO and Sammy are going to lose, and KO's going to KO and turn on Sammy at the end of the match because that's what KO does. This is Bloodline Mania.
This is Bloodline Mania.
All Bloodline stuff should have been on one night of Mania, and it would have really felt like Bloodline Mania night 2. But you know, we don't get good stuff. Well, it's always a swallow. Correct, JJ. Correct, 100%.
But you know, I've enjoyed everything Sammy KO. I still don't think it should be the main event. I don't think you just put the best story in the main event when you've already established that the winner of the Royal Rumble gets the main event, and I will stand by that till it is a hill it is the new hill I will die on now that the brand split doesn't exist. So.
I'll die on that hill with you. We
Yeah.
can keep each other company as we slowly die our painful death.
Well, Rhea's fucking earned this, so nobody's gonna fucking take it away from her.
Yeah.
I agree. Vince, Spitter Swallow.
Yep.
I'm gonna swallow the Finn Balor promo. Mostly because I like that afterwards it got confirmed that we got the Demon back, but not only do we get the return of the Demon, we get the return of the OG Cell color. So that was really cool. No more bright red Hell in the Cell. So that's great. I liked it way better than Edge's promo, trying to sell his album like late at night to customers and whatnot. But I don't know. I liked it. I liked Finn's delivery. It was good. It's probably the most serious Finn I've seen ever since he joined Judgment Day. So I'm all for it. I'm looking forward to that match. So yeah.
Actual confirmation of Demon Finn with flashes of the demon, as he says he doesn't have to summon the demon, as opposed to speculation of the demon because Edge said the demon, and we've heard them tease us with the term demon before and not give us the demon. So now I will say I believe we're getting the demon.
We're getting Finn's demon.
Yes.
Yeah. We all like Finn's demon.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I have inner demons, so that don't make sense.
Just fighting them right now.
Oh, I am.
Find back urges.
Nothing else on Hell in a Cell, Edge.
Finn. I mean, it's gonna
Finn Balor's
be
bulge
awesome.
in his pants is gonna be great on Sunday.
Jesus.
So
he's really just trying to steal my stuff. It's crazy.
I'm not trying to, because here's the thing. I feel uncomfortable thirsting over the women talent, so I can comfortably thirst over the male talent because
is it because you're afraid that the person who you didn't want to speak the name of the person you lost your virginity to is not going to like you thirsting over women and hit you?
I can't confirm nor deny that I was threatened when I made a positive comment about Rhea. So
that's 1,000% a yes. I know what cannot confirm nor deny means. I know.
I can't confirm nor deny. So
yes, Justin.
To be determined.
Sorry, I didn't want to It's rough. But did you guys see the rumor about Tony Khan might allow Christian to participate in the Edge entrance for the Brood?
I'd be down.
Only if they do the full Brood entrance. I said in the group chat, if he does the Brood entrance from start to finish, cool. If it's only going to be like half the Brood entrance and then he's going to go to Rated R Superstar, I don't want to see it.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, you want blouses.
Yeah, I want blouses.
Me too. I want blouses too. Yeah.
I want gangrels, like big fat, like beer gut, like bursting with blood or wine or Hawaiian punch or whatever it is that he spits out.
Right.
Yeah.
Hawaiian punch. Maybe
Thousands
Fanta,
blood.
like a Fanta fruit punch. Fanta fruit punch, you know?
I could care less if Christian's there or not. Jeff, spit or swallow.
Okay, so I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I'm kind of gargling the Becky Lynch promo on Damage Control. I mean, I know what she was trying to do by calling out Bayley and like not having like Dakota Kai and Io Sky just become like from NXT superstars to just becoming lackeys, and then like questioning what has Bayley really done in the middle of the promo, and then going back to how they're just gonna beat them at WrestleMania and all that stuff. So I'm kind of gargling that just because like I was with her for part of the promo, and I was kind of like,
but
did we have to go that route? Yeah, it's true, but I'm just gargling it,
I'm with TC. They've been damn mid control, or I can't pronounce it properly, but they've been mid. They haven't been as good. They consistently take L's. Miz also made a fair point in that promo where he went ahead and said, like, look, like, Becky, you couldn't really hack it, so you had to go ahead and hit like on your own. So you had to go get Trish and Lita. And I made this point last week. Like Trish and Lita, Dakota Kai and Io Sky, they all feel kind of like secondary players compared to, because this is really Bayley versus Becky,
right?
To me, and we're probably gonna get a turn. Either Dakota Kai and Io Sky are gonna turn on Bayley, or Trish is gonna turn on Becky, and we're gonna get that. So
or everybody turns.
I want everyone to do a heel turn.
I just want to know where Justin was like 2 rounds ago when we talked about this.
What, Bayley and Becky?
Ms. TV.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Oh, because you know why? I made that prostate cancer joke. And I just...
and then he was not the same again. So.
He wasn't done.
Oh, and then Vince got up to go turn on the light, and then
No, he went to go check on someone and lie to us.
Right,
I went to turn on the lights, and
bro.
Then
it made zero difference. Stop lying to us.
So that we don't lose track again. So what were you gonna say, Matt?
Katie, spit or swallow.
Okay.
I'm spinning the weigh-in between Brock and Omos. We did not need this. Like Brock had some gusto in him, but he got laid on his back and also fell on the scale. Which, like, why do people even still use those?
Right.
Like,
right.
Weird. I don't know. I'll hold my breath for the actual match.
Oh, I can't wait for
the match. As that, big no. Big.
That's sweet.
I disagree.
That's good.
Okay.
I think that by having almost dominate of all people Brock Lesnar, you are making him look like the attraction that he is supposed to look like. Even in this weigh-in with Brock running down, going full steam, we've seen Brock Lesnar suplex the fuck out of every single top superstar in the world, from the greatest of all time, The Undertaker, to Katie's personal GOAT, John Cena, which Ric Flair talked about for some reason in his Hall of Fame speech tonight.
Bro, Ric Flair.
But Brock has dominated literally just about everybody. So it is very, very rare, especially Cowboy Brock, to see him in the positions that Omos had him in during this weigh-in and everything. Turning tail, running away, not getting the upper hand, not even hitting an F5. So I'm going to swallow it for that fact.
I mean, I get it. I understand.
I'm gargling it because it wasn't the perfect segment, but it still didn't make me dislike or look forward to Omos Sapiens Rise. What? Did I pronounce that correctly?
No, you did not.
Homo
Almost sapiens. Almost
Homo
sapiens.
sapiens. Hey,
Right.
Jesus, I
Homo
just swallowed
sapiens,
Rey
it's not PH.
Mysterio. Where you been, man? We were worried about you. I was about to call and
I
make
was
an
not
Amber
worried.
Alert out. I was petrified. Say no to homophobia.
Shout out to
Fine,
Kofi
fine.
Winston in the chat too, by the way.
Yeah, shout out to Kofi, man. Oh man.
Vince, spit or swallow.
I'm gonna lump all of this together. I'm spitting the 8-man tag that took place on Monday Night Raw, and then the Fatal 4-Way matches that took place on SmackDown, because I hate multi-person matches, like multi-person tag matches specifically.
Calm down, Warren.
I just didn't like it. Me personally, I'm not a fan of the showcase matches anyway, because it's not leading to anything. I've been petitioning that it should be a number one contenders match for the tag titles, and that's how you get some significance to it. But I don't know. I wasn't feeling that. I felt like there was a lot of filler this week, and I was expecting that with this being the go home show to WrestleMania. You know, you're not going to get too much meat and potatoes because they're saving that main course for the weekend, you know. But I just didn't like to see the 8-man tag. I'm not a fan of multi-person tag matches, which is why I always critique AEW, because they do that a lot.
I mean, the 8-man tag was subpar, but the Fatal 4-Way on SmackDown was amazing. Do you know why?
You know what?
Jay.
It was
Chad
amazing.
Gable,
It was amazing.
Montez
Katie.
Ford.
Yes. It was amazing. However, all I saw was the same fucking weather report being mentioned the next 5 minutes.
That's not my fault.
I can only spit or swallow what I saw, and I
You
saw a
did
weather
say you
report.
spit the Fatal 4-Ways on SmackDown.
Exactly.
being there.
Happening, you mean?
I
Like
spit,
happening?
yeah, taking
Gotcha.
place. Just because I didn't see it doesn't mean that it didn't happen. I'm spitting them though.
Even though you didn't see him, and you,
Yes,
and
of
you
course.
just said you can't spit or swallow something you didn't see.
The contradiction.
Listen.
Lord.
We can do no wrong here, you know. Like
No,
there's
we
nothing.
can, and you're doing all the wrong.
You're doing all of the wrong.
There's no wrong being done. There's nothing illegal being done. Everything's
Two wrongs don't make a right, and you know.
but
what's
two
right
rights do make a wrong, you know.
No.
Or at least
Right,
that's
make a
how the
left.
saying goes.
Exactly. Two rights make a left.
Does it though?
Yes.
How do you get back to the left though if you keep going this to the right?
Physics.
To the right,
I don't
to the
fucking
right.
know.
2 ups make a down.
Step back.
I don't think
Up,
that's how
down,
that works. Vince, spit or swallow.
Okay, I'll go again. I'm gonna go ahead and spit the addition of Sonya Deville in the showcase match at WrestleMania instead of Piper Niven, who's been teaming with Chelsea last week, or let's say a team of Mia Yim and Candice LeRae, because I like them as wrestlers and I think they should be included, or an Emma or Carmella. Like, I don't know what's going on with Carmella and why she was no longer available for WrestleMania, but I was really looking forward to Chella. I got in behind the team of Carmella and Chelsea Green, and I thought that was at least a team that was being organically built into that Fatal 4-Way, unlike the teams of Shotzi and Natty or Raquel and Liv. So
Right.
yeah. Allison agrees with me. Not sure what she agrees with me because I made a lot of great points just now, but let's just assume all of the above.
Hmm.
The complaint department.
Team Karen.
Team Karen.
I agree. It should have been Mella. However, if Mella wasn't available, then go with Candice and Mia.
That's a substantial rumor right there that Allison says that Mella might be pregnant.
Well, hopefully she has her rainbow baby.
Yeah, hopefully.
I hope so.
That'll be good.
Allison says all of the above. Thank you, Allison. It's nice. It's nice to get agreed with.
Every dog has their day. Justin, spit or swallow.
Okay, so I know we mentioned the 8-man tag, so I'm swallowing that match, especially Montez Ford doing the like changing position frog splash that he did. I thought that was just so dope. Like the amount of air that he gets and everything to do the frog splash, and then able to contort his body. Yeah, it's wild. So that's something I'm going to swallow too. So.
Speaking of changing positions and contorting your body, if you have gotten tired of running out of every position in the Kama Sutra and contorting your body into all sorts of pretzels in different shapes and just not finding anything fun to do one-on-one, one-on-three, whatever you do, you need to spice things up a little bit. Go to Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve is the nation's largest marketer of adult products with millions of satisfied customers in the United States and all over the world. Founded in 1971, Adam and Eve is also one of the oldest names in the rapidly evolving adult industry. For more than 50 years, they have built up a reputation as a trusted and reliable adult toy store that takes pleasure and privacy seriously. When you want to shop erotic toys, Adam and Eve has it all. Men, women, straight or gay, anywhere in between like Katie, Adam and Eve has the adult toys you're looking for, including but not limited to vibrators, dildos, anal sex toys, Vince's favorite, bondage toys, couples toys, lubes, sexy gifts, and accessories.
Couples toys, yes.
So unlike other adult stores, Adam and Eve stands behind all their products and offers a no questions asked return policy. So whether you have bought a dildo, a sex swing, or a penis ring like Justin, you can get a refund within 90 days if you're not 100% satisfied. Everyone needs a new tool in their belts every now and then. Go to adamandeve.creationworld.com, use code erotica to receive 50% off one item plus free shipping on orders of $49 or more. That is adamandeve.creationworld.com. Use code erotica to receive 50% off and free shipping.
Dope.
Bravo.
No follow. Okay. So Justin's got the penis ring. Vince loves anal sex toys. Katie's everything in between. Gator Shrek. Roger that. Justin, spit or swallow.
Did I just go?
Yeah, and Vince went twice too. I'm doing a thing here. Just go with
Okay,
it.
okay, okay.
Call your name. You go.
Gotcha.
There's
Okay.
no
Thank
order
you.
because people are all like, I know what the order is, so I'm just gonna go now. No, we're not doing that shit anymore. Matt's doing whatever the fuck he wants. Vince and Justin are gonna be thrown the fuck off. I will call on you as I so please.
Okay.
Justin, spit or
Okay.
swallow.
So I'm moving on to NXT. The Solo Roca doing the Soul Snatcher on Ivy Nile while she had the submission on Indy Hartwell, I thought was dope as hell. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that now that Indy will be included in the ladder match, I also think it's great. So definitely swallowing that.
I'm with
Love
you
the
there,
Soul
Justin.
Snatcher.
Also, did you say Solo Ruka?
Soul Roca?
Soul Ruka, yeah. Yeah, but you said Solo Ruka.
Did I say Solo Roca? Okay.
It's Justin. He does his own thing. We just accept it.
I know. It just threw me off. I wasn't sure if I was hearing things, but I'm with Justin. I'm swallowing Indy Hartwell winning the match. The match in general was really good. Between Indy, Soul was my backup. That's who I wanted to win that match. I think Indy deserves it. Taking the final spot in the ladder match. This is all good. Everything else in between that happened with all the women showing up, including Beetlejuice, Gigi Dolan, all of it. Great stuff.
Beetlejuice, Gigi Dolan.
Yeah, it's a thing. Didn't you see?
Yeah. No, it was a good thing.
Yeah.
It was a good thing to
You
see.
say Gigi 3 times and she shows up, just like Beetlejuice.
Gigi. Where the fuck is she? So you're a liar. Again.
She's in here.
You got to do it into a mirror.
There you go.
Like Candyman. Anybody else? Anything on getting their soul snatched or Beetlejuice, Gigi Dolan, or go ahead.
I mean, the triple threat was incredible. I love that NXT showcases their women properly, and like all three of them got their chance to shine. Like just said, Ruka with the soul snatcher on Ivy while Ivy had a submission in, and the soul snatcher is such a beautiful move to witness. It's so cool. I still kind of wish she would like save it because I really don't want her to fuck up her back so quick in her career. To be determined. I don't know, but I do like that every woman got their chance to shine in the match, and Indy is moving on to the ladder match, possibly in her last NXT match. Who knows? She might go up.
Hopefully.
I didn't even think about that.
Travis is really mad at you in the chat.
I don't
I don't
understand
know.
why. Like, what is he talking about? What are you talking about? Like, because you don't watch NXT, so you don't know what I'm talking about. So,
And apparently that is why you need to stay in your seat. I am not happy with Indy winning. I'm spitting Indy winning.
boo.
You want
I'm spitting you, spitting Indy.
I would have rather had Soul. I think Soul would have been way more entertaining in that match and would have done way cooler shit and given us a better spot in that match. Indy Hartwell is fucking boring. I've said it week in, week out. I love Indy. They have not done shit for her since the way left at all. They have done a terrible job of maintaining any momentum that she would have had. She has no character. She's boring as fuck. And I was not happy Indy won.
This is not the way.
So Ruka would have done like a cool spot or two in the match, but that's it. At least this way, if this is Indy's last NXT match, at least she gets to go out in the WrestleMania of NXT, which is what I'm looking at it as.
She better not. This better not be her last NXT match.
Why?
The fuck you gonna call someone up that boring for? What are we gonna do with her? Catering? At least she's got a spot on NXT.
I don't know. She can ask Dexter Loomis how he's managing it.
He's doing fantastic. He's stalking people. He's attacking people.
He's not stalking anyone.
Being used sparingly. At ringside as Johnny's manager, he is.
It's basically a Garnet gnome at this point for Johnny Gargano where he wrestles.
Gargano.
And that's all he needs to be.
Okay, well, there you go. Pair them up together. Solve everything.
Or just leave her on NXT. Katie, spit or swallow?
I'm going to swallow Roxanne Perez being medically cleared, showing up in the ladder match, talking about her mental health, and people who are bitching about it being like, why are they talking about mental health? Like, fuck you. Stop it. She is 21 years old. She's basically a child. Probably does suffer from some form of anxiety in some way, shape, or form, as do the majority of us. Me. Hi, hello. So I was just like, you know what? Good. I'm glad they're talking about this. He was coughing.
Went down the wrong hole.
Jesus. I think it was a good thing that they did it. Even Sean was hesitant. He's like, I actually want you to be okay. And then, people took that and ran with it. But I like that they talked about this. I mean, I'm the person who has crisis text lines and suicide prevention hotlines on their stream every week. Mental health is important to me, so this is important to me, and fuck everybody else who says it's not important because you're all scumbags.
Was that a thing on Twitter or something? Or
oh yeah,
there were just people that kind of like, how they're like, oh, I don't know if I like them using Jeff Hardy's addiction issues in a story, or I don't know if I like them using this mental health angle either. Because she doesn't have it, or if she does have it, they bitch about everything. But I agree with Katie. Bringing awareness to mental health, even in a storyline like this, making her someone for people who have anxiety issues, to look up to.
You're right. Yes.
Who's working on them, overcoming them, recognizing them, admitting it, being open about it, and dealing with them. I think it's a great thing to do. So
they literally brought awareness to anxiety, mental health. Stress the importance of getting help when you deal with that in your day-to-day life. Shawn Michaels was basically Papa Sean. Their concern for her, and fucking Twitter's successful. That's why I ignore Twitter a lot of the times whenever I see stuff, because Vince loves butts. Well, I'm more of a butt guy. Actually, no, it's more of a 50-50. More of a 50-50. I like both.
No, I like both.
I do like how they kind of seamlessly talked about the anxiety and the mental health thing without actually like having it like kind of forced. So it kind of seemed like more of like a real thing instead of it being like something they gotta check off on their things to talk about in a promo. Mm-hmm. So I like that.
All right. I agree. Vince. Justin, rock, paper, scissors.
That.
Vince, spit or swallow.
Hell no, we did the same one.
That's our twin telepathy. Okay, well, Justin made mention about like trying to force things or not trying to force things. Well, it seems like AEW is hell bent on forcing Chris Jericho on feuds with great wrestlers, because I'm spitting the fact that even though I'm swallowing the return of Adam Cole, I'm spitting the fact that they're leading into a feud with Chris Jericho versus Adam Cole, which is what I was very concerned with last week. I didn't want Daniel Garcia versus Adam Cole just so it sets up Jericho versus Adam Cole. He's literally a black hole, a vortex. People, I need Chris Jericho to just like ride off into the sunset and tour with Fozzy and never come back, because this is not what I want Adam Cole. Adam Cole is probably the hottest one of, if not the hottest babyface reactions you've had on Dynamite the last few weeks. You should capitalize that, and I think Adam Cole should be the guy to take the title off of MJF eventually. And you're not gonna do that by fucking having him feud with Chris Jericho. Who does that help? Who does that help?
Also, how is Jesus smarter than both of you? I set you up to scissor each other, and you guys both went fucking paper.
Ah,
Mm.
damn.
And you scissor Will in the chat every single time you see him too, Just.
Yep.
God.
So I'm spitting that. Spitting the fuck that up. Katie, I know you got some thoughts on Adam Cole, Daniel Garcia, and Chris Jericho.
Precious little baby Adam Cole made his in-ring return, and it was everything I wanted and more. As much as shit as we give Danny Garcia for not, being with BBC and everything like that, being with the Jazzholes, Daniel Garcia, hell of a wrestler. Pro wrestler, not
Yes.
trainer.
Yes.
So the fact that that was Cole's first match back, I think it was very smart. It was like, it wasn't someone like he knew he would be safe because he had, back-to-back concussions, which is why he's out, because they talked about it in the All Access show or whatever the hell. So I loved the match. I don't want him to be involved with Chris Jericho in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
At all. I don't like Chris Jericho. I don't like the Jazzholes. But this is the only caveat I will say. Right now, MJF's got the 4 pillars thing. That's going to take up a lot of time.
Right.
So, what do you do until then? Have Adam Cole beat a former AEW world champion in Chris Jericho, elevate his name more as a bigger babyface, beating a former champion in that aspect.
Right.
You kind of
all the other ones are done.
Kind of have to try to like look at the positive spin on things and the potential positive impact on Cole leading away from this feud, but we've seen it time and time again. You either stay where you at or you just like fizzle out a little bit. Like you get cooled down by feuding with Jericho. And
I mean, you're not wrong, but
you're also not right. Warren just did a whole show where he talked about every single person that Chris Jericho's feuded with and whether or not it helped them. And the general consensus was, in the end, not saying that they were all immediately main eventers challenging for the title, but in the end, they were all, except for Ricky Starks, which is to be determined, better off in their careers afterwards. I just don't think that there are a few guys like John Moxley in there. Blow Mega, and Adam Cole being one of those guys that would not benefit at all from Chris Jericho. Beating Chris Jericho is not a notch in their belt. It does nothing for them. Maybe in the eyes of casuals who are watching the product and aren't familiar with these guys and are like, all right, so he beat a former world champion, like that might matter to them. But I also argue that most of those casuals probably aren't watching AEW.
Well, I was also going to say, have Adam Cole beat all of the former heavy world champions before going after MJF.
If that's the path they go in,
they could.
Sure, they could.
Because we still need to have a Kenny verse. No, wait, Kenny wasn't. Never mind.
Indicted what?
Indicted, Vince. It's
indicted.
He said indicted.
Yes, but we know what he means.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think they'll go that route just because I feel like they're heavily doing something with Hangman Wit and Kenny versus the BBC according to Hangman, and that looks like they might be taking up time. So I just hope this is more of a coming back feud for Cole. It's a stopgap feud, a pit stop, more or less. He doesn't. Isn't that how it's spelled? I don't think so. I don't think so, Jesus. But yeah, spitting.
Yeah, I mean, Cole
Chris
needs
Jericho.
a feud. And everyone that we would want him to feud with is doing shit. So he needs something.
Have him feud with Keith Lee. Run that back from
Keith
NXT.
Lee's not on TV.
Keith's not on
Should
TV.
be.
He dyed his hair blonde and he's teaming with Dustin Rhodes, or as Vince said, has gone Super Saiyan. For actual context, Travis, yeah, blonde Keith Lee teaming with Dustin Rhodes. However, if you need some energy to help get you through the Jericho vortex, and a feud between Adam Cole and Jericho is just going to put you to sleep, or maybe something to help keep you up for the long day of wrestling you have tomorrow, check out W. W is a clean energy drink that is made to give you focus with no crash, jitters, or angst like other energy drinks. They also have no maltodextrin fillers and don't use artificial dyes. W contains vitamins, amino acids, nootropic, and 150 milligrams of caffeine. The product is made in the USA in an FDA-inspected facility that strictly adheres to GMP manufacturing guidelines. W has handpicked what they believe to be the 10 most critical ingredients for focus and concentration. W contains important aminos and vitamins that canned energy drinks simply don't have. W uses Neurofactor, patented all-natural coffee cherry extract, to help fuel you. This ingredient is what gives W its laser focus and fast reflex effect. So I can say that, making it especially perfect for gamers. They disclose full ingredient amounts, and the products will never contain fillers or artificial colors or dyes. W is also sugar-free, maltodextrin-free, and keto-friendly. Go to w.creationworld.com and use code CREATION. Receive 10% off your order today. Again, that is w.creationworld.com and use code CREATION.
You could use a W, and you can get through that whole ad read a little bit better, too.
Possibly. Are you okay, Justin?
I'm sorry. Sorry. I was reading something that Daryl sent me. I'm sorry. And I was just waiting for
Vince
you.
Vince isn't texting you talking shit about me?
No.
Wait,
Daryl,
happy WrestleMania Day, WrestleMania.
Side note, Daryl's at the Hornets game watching the Bulls, and he just sending me pictures of people with like retro jerseys and stuff like that. But like,
Oh, he went?
yeah, he went. Yeah,
Wait, but they were in Charlotte.
yeah, that's where he lives.
He does?
Yeah, Daryl lives in Charlotte now. Yeah, North Carolina. Yeah,
North Carolina.
North Carolina. Take your shirt off.
North Carolina. Katie, spit a swallow.
Thank you. I'm gonna go back to NXT because that's where I am. More women's matches. I'm gonna swallow Valentina versus Elektra Lopez. Nice little match. I like that they're, going back to that after
Yes.
Elektra kind of like took her under her wing. Valentina took the brass knucks, knocked out Elektra. I think it was only like 2-3 weeks ago. So, I mean, they came back to it. I don't know if it'll lead to another match or anything, but it was a good showing for both women. Elektra has really improved in the ring since the last time we really saw her. So you can't really go wrong with that. And again, they're utilizing their women.
Fact.
She has a dope finisher too.
She does.
I don't know the name of it, but it's pretty sick.
I also don't know, but it's
I bet
awesome.
Benji knows.
Benji's not in the chat, unfortunately, when you need him
When we
to
need
be.
him.
Yeah, when
He
you
loves
need him.
him.
Needed he vanished.
He loves some Valentina for us.
Yes.
Yeah, he does.
Justin, spit or swallow.
I'm gonna swallow the Battle Royal match.
Which
obviously
one?
the one for the North American Championship match on NXT.
Boo!
But it was good though. The
Axiom won.
and
Fuck
Nathan
that
Frazier.
match. Axiom
was
Not
great.
against
Fuck that match.
Axiom. He's a
I gotta get
mathematician.
Axiom off my fucking TV with that stupid ass fucking gimmick. Him and Indy Hartwell can leave and go fuck each other for the rest of eternity for all I care.
Whoa. Indy has a girlfriend.
That's true. Axiom can watch them fucking jack off for the rest of eternity for all I care.
Okay. There it is.
I thought the
Axiom
moves that they were
sucks.
doing and everything was great in that match. The super kick from doing the skin to cat move, I thought that was dope. So it was good. It was a good showcase of athleticism.
Yeah, I'm with Justin. I said it last week. I'm a sucker for battle royals or Royal Rumbles. I love, it's weird.
Gimmicks.
It's weird. I'm not a fan of multi-person tag matches, but multi-person matches in general, as long as it's everyone versus everyone, I'm a fan of. I appreciate it. I like the chaos, the
Except for
craziness
the
of it all.
fatal 4-way matches they had on SmackDown
Yes, exactly.
that were singles fatal 4-way matches. That you spit
Exactly,
even though you
but
didn't
they were
watch
to
them.
hype up a tag team fatal 4-way match that has no significance. But battle royals are fun. I love battle royals. I like seeing people being tossed over the top rope. It's a fun time. NXT gave us one. SmackDown gave us one. It was the Andre Battle Royal. Cole is still on Top Dollar's ass talking about how that's his pick to win the Battle Royal because he can't go over the top rope. Thought that shit was funny. Yeah, battle royals. I'm swallowing battle royals too. I'm with Justin here, man. I like battle royals.
Okay. Who won the Dre?
Bobby.
Lashley.
Okay, that makes sense. No Fiend, huh?
No. Sorry.
No.
The only
no
Fiend
Bray,
was in his pants.
No Bray.
No Captain
Well,
Howdy.
I don't know what it was. I thought it was just my TV, but apparently it was a few other people's. During the Dre, when it was like kind of focused on Bobby, the screen kind of did like the old fashioned like colors where like it looks like your cable's out. It did it for like 10, 15 seconds. I really just thought it was my TV, but I saw a few other people tweeting about it. So I don't want to speculate anything, but that very well could have been something. I don't know.
I don't like to get my hopes up.
I'll swallow the Dre, but fuck Axiom, that terrible fucking gimmick. He does not deserve to be in the North American Championship match. Take the mask off, go back to being A-Kid, which is also a stupid name, but at least he's not a mathematician in a fucking mask.
Why do you hate math?
I don't hate math. I hate the stupid fucking gimmick. I am really fast and I do flippy moves because I can calculate the angles of blood. Shut the fuck up and wrestle.
That's true. If you can calculate the angles.
You know what you can calculate, Vince? The angles of my dick.
Okay.
You sound like Kyle talking about your dick a lot.
That was me in the chat all night, but you were on the wrong channel, so you didn't see it. I was in the chat talking about my dick. They were just reading my tweets.
So he was piggybacking.
Yeah, I think Kyle actually initially started the my dick thing, but I kept it going the entire night.
Matt literally every answer he could.
While you're calculating, don't know if y'all saw Bobby somewhat issuing a challenge for Mania. I did not see it.
He tweeted it after he won. He said, "I'm not doing anything Saturday or Sunday." Something along those lines. People are speculating it could be Randy because Randy's rumored to be coming back like in a day or two.
Randy.
But Randy could beat him at WrestleMania, and he shouldn't. And then him and Bray can become a tag team of people who got beat by Randy unfairly at WrestleMania.
Could be a tag team.
So is Bray really out, or it's still we don't know?
All speculation.
Okay.
He's an idea now, more so than anything. He's a concept. He's a thought.
You're a thought.
Spit or swallow.
You know what? I'm going to pivot on and mosey on my way back to Raw. And I'm going to swallow everything Adam Pearce. His dealings with Chelsea Green, but most specifically, his interaction with Baron Corbin and his woes. Like, this man looks like he's in a downward spiral again. He was the first person eliminated in the Andre Battle Royal. And if this leads us down the path of bum-ass Baron Corbin once again, all is right in the world.
So you spit the women's fatal 4-way tag match. You spit the singles match to hype it up. You spit the pairing of Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green, but you're swallowing the guy who made all those things a thing and his dealings.
I'm swallowing the interaction with Chelsea Green with this whole Karen gimmick because it's fucking hilarious.
That led to us getting Sonya and Chelsea in that women's showcase match. That was the interaction.
In the fatal 4-way.
I'm all I'm all about the road there, not necessarily the destination, because the destination can sometimes be disappointing.
You're all about that base,
All
base.
dead bait. I was just
Thinking
with
too.
the Mega Trader. Shout out.
Shut up.
Bray's doing great things according to Allison.
Katie, spit or swallow?
I'm going to. Where do I want to go?
I like Corbin, Allison. Leave me alone.
Again, you
I'm
love
gonna.
shitty gimmicks.
Yeah, I'm gonna swallow the Prime Target like video package thing they did for Braun and Mello. You can make that face all you want, Vince. It was fantastic. That is one of the best things WWE does is hype packages for big matches. This is the biggest match in NXT for that card. Right or wrong? Right,
I'd
exactly.
beg to differ.
Okay,
You
can be wrong. That's completely fine. But that is something they will always do well is video packages and hype packages and get everyone ready for this. This is something people have been wanting for months. Is Braun and Mello take the title of Braun. So I liked it. I enjoyed it. It got me very excited for tomorrow in like 12 hours. So
my whole thing is just I'm just not really like I'm just kind of like burnt out on Braun.
well, he's gonna lose, so you are fine.
Yeah, I know exactly. I just don't care about the match. I just want the right result to be Mello wins. And then Braun can go do Braun things somewhere else. But yeah, I don't know. Like I skipped it, so like I can't even sit here and be like, "Oh, it wasn't."
So
good 'cause
it's the whole thing again, where you're like, "Oh, I didn't watch it, but I'm gonna spit it." You no.
Jesus is right. I miss Roadblock too. In other news, Braun's status piece of shit.
What did Rick Steiner do?
Apparently I just happened to see it. Something with Giselle Shaw, and technically yesterday, Friday, was Trans Visibility Day. I didn't fully read everything she said. So you can go on her Twitter and figure all that out.
Okay.
But
well, I mean, it literally has to do with Rick Steiner and probably being a piece of shit. So
Braun is gonna go be mid and lose in the main roster with everyone else. Exactly, he's mid.
Well, even though the dog phrase gremlin is a piece of shit, if you've got a dog in your life that's not a piece of shit and you love him and want to take care of him, you should go to dog.com. Dog.com is your online dog supply shopping and information destination. Everything your dog needs, from toys and treats to food, is available, including collars and leashes. They even have outdoor gear and water safety gear for your furry friend. So go to dog.creationworld.com and receive up to 64% off your order today. That's dog.creationworld.com.
See, Matt, Justin is living in life proof that the way you transition into the ads has now become one of the attractions to the show. Aside from the regular spit and swallow and the rest of the Smackin' It Raw like charm, this has added a new wrinkle to things.
I was going to say, much like Braun Breaker, I am the attraction of Smackin' It Raw. Imagine sitting here saying, I'm sick of Braun Breaker, I'm over Braun Breaker, but I want to see Indy Hartwell get called up or Axiom get called up. That just
I'd rather see Axiom and Indy Hartwell than Braun Breaker.
You blow my fucking mind.
Braun is more boring than both of them.
Just you find me funny. Spit or swallow?
Of course. Okay, so I'm kind of like gargling this whole kind of alliance with Tyler Bate and Chase U, because if you remember Tyler Bate's past accusations, I'm not sure if he should be anything near Chase U. And
wait, what was Tyler accused of?
You know, he was part of that Me Too movement, and you know, accusations.
I don't think Tyler
about...
was though. I don't recall his name being thrown in there.
I thought he was.
Google
back when the cancellation thing happened.
It's Googleable.
I mean, it's Googleable for sure.
Yeah.
But like,
let's find out if he was part of that. Holy shit, Jesus!
Wow.
I sent it. I sent it in the Cav her tweet.
Okay. Yeah. We're not going to give that kind of
Yeah.
hate speech anytime here on the show. Yeah, so what Justin was saying.
Tyler Bate, Chase U stuff, yada yada.
I mean, I'm spitting
Shouldn't be
Tyler
around
Bate
children.
even being with, like, I'm spitting Chase U and I'm spitting Schism. The only thing I'm excited about is Ava Rain finally making her in-ring debut today.
Yes.
Whatever.
Yes.
I'm actually on the opposite. I'm swallowing Tyler Bate and Chase U getting the win over Prehistoric P or Prehistoric Paul, whatever his name is this week. I'm all about this Chase U incorporating Tyler Bate. I want more people to be in Chase U. I'm all about it. I know you guys are off the Chase U train, but I'm still on board the caboose. And I'm riding it all the way to stand and deliver. This is one of my matches that I'm looking forward to because it's gonna come and it's gonna determine the fate of Chase U, who's gonna run Chase U, and I don't think Schism gets to win here.
This is the match I'm least looking forward to on that entire card.
Oh no, that's Johnny versus Grayson Waller for me.
What?
I don't give a fuck about Grayson Waller, and Johnny Gargano doesn't
I
do
hate
anything.
Grayson Waller, but I'm so excited for the unsanctioned match.
I care more about this. This is the storytelling I want to see.
Lord, oh my god. Okay.
The great debate, Katie. The
I don't
great
know.
debate.
I don't know how Vince and I ever bonded over NXT, looking at what he enjoys in the state of NXT and what I enjoy in the state of NXT in 2023.
Because back then NXT used to be completely different, and then now it offers two separate different like varieties in its product. And I'm leaning very heavy into the extra out of the top sports entertainment stuff. And you, much like the Will Gray, is leaning more into the pro wrestling aspect of NXT.
I mean, my favorite thing on the whole show is the soap opera between Kiana and Fallon. So
that's
wrong. And I don't care about how good of a wrestler Axiom is. I think he's trash because his gimmick sucks. So I don't think you're correct there. I just think you have bad taste lately. But to each their own. It is bad taste in my opinion. Because Tyler Bate and Chase U was like up here. Well, minus Tyler Bate. Chase U was up here, and it has been a hard nosedive ever since Schism came around with everything they've done.
Wouldn't that be Schism's fault then?
Tantric Tyler is fucking awful. He was awful in NXT UK, and he's awful here. Yeah.
I can't spit Tyler Bate.
You can.
Yes, you can.
I can't. I literally can't. There's too
you're
much.
You're legally allowed.
I just physically can't though. There's too much thought. I can't spit it all out.
Katie, can you spit or swallow?
I can, and I shall. I'm swallowing the All-American Nightmare Dragon Jake Long, Bryan Danielson coming back to Dynamite and turning heel, and he's now part of the heel BBC. And he's a murder dragon now.
Yes.
So he beat the shit out of Kenny. Win already. So I'm all about this heel faction, and they really they're just beating people up everywhere. They were beating people up after Ring of Honor too. Incredible. I love it.
It's Nexus vibes.
It's better than Nexus.
Were you around for Nexus? Up until SummerSlam? Yes. That was great.
Yeah, so was I. And you know who's a part of both of those?
I was not around for Nexus. I missed all of Nexus. And seeing how everyone but Husky Harris turned out, I'm kind of glad I did.
Listen, I'm all about my heel combat club and just beating up everybody and anybody. I mean, they beat the shit out of Dalton Castle and the boys in one of the quickest matches I think in AEW history. It kind of sucks because I like Dalton Castle, but it was just so fun to watch.
I'm intrigued for sure. I'd like to see just the aspect of a heel Mox with a heel Yuta and heel Claudio was interesting. You add the wrinkle of a Daniel Bryan because we weren't sure which way he was going to go, what side he was going to pick. Obviously, he went in that direction. when the Blackpool Combat when the BBC first started with William Regal and Katie, what's his official name? The American Nightmare Dragon.
The
It's too long.
All-American Nightmare Dragon, Jake Long, Bryan Danielson.
Him, when William Regal, and Moxley first started the BBC, it was a heel faction. It slowly turned into kind of like a tweener faction. Then it kind of like became a babyface faction. Now it's going back to its original roots. So I'm interested to see where it goes. Hopefully they add someone else into the mix. We'll see. I'm with Katie though. It's all a swallow. It was one of the few good things on Dynamite.
I agree. I love the fact that they're actually all on the same page finally, because this entire time Daniel Bryan's been on the outskirts, and they played up that whole thing where he comes in and it looks like he's going to leave the BCC and he's going to help Kenny, and that was the last thing I wanted to see. But any and all times that I get to see Kenny Omega and Don Callis in one night get beat down, it is a win for me. Apparently Don Callis got hit so hard it actually fucked him up, which is even better.
Yeah.
Like, props to my boy Mox for knocking the shit out of Callis.
And then Claudia wearing the glasses, looking like Don Callis from the multiverse.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, that was good stuff. I saw the memes.
I also thought it was funny how like Bryan Danielson, had that promo where he was going home, and he only stayed home for like 1 weekend, and then decided, "Oh, you're changing your name to Garcia." You're changing your name to Garcia? I thought your name is Danielson, but whatever. Okay, I'll just go back to work.
Daniel Garcia? That's already another person we talked about him.
Yeah.
Is it Daniel Bryanson or is it Bryan Danielson?
It's Bryan Danielson.
It's
So
Bryan
it could be
Danielson.
Bryan Garcia.
But the way he was saying it.
I know, I get it. I'm just saying. It could be the Aeropostale of All American Eagle.
Wow.
Oh, yo.
True.
Eagle.
Hollister.
Bryan Garcia. Yeah, man.
Hollister. Okay,
He doesn't have the body for Hollister. He can't stand outside and,
Just
lure people
no
in
shirt.
without a shirt on. The little
Hell
vegan
no.
Some people are into that.
figure.
I'm one of them. What?
Stay with it.
Vince, spit or swallow.
Gonna go back to NXT here, and we talked about it already slightly there, Matt. I'm swallowing the Kiana James, Brooks Jensen, Fallon Henley telenovela love drama.
Yes.
Fucking great. It's the best story going in NXT right now. Fallon Henley, by the way, is a terrible friend because she's been known this. She snooped around to find out the truth, found out that she's defending her tag titles, is trying to get on the same page, and doesn't tell her friend Briggs or Jensen or whatever. Hold up. Let me continue on, and then you can make your point where you try to disprove anything and everything that I say. Then she's like, "I'm gonna tell him before the match. You better tell him." Kiana talks about how all you guys have a opportunity to be added to the tag team triple threat match. Then during it, Fallon's like, "You better tell him. You gotta tell him what's going on." Then after the match, it's like, I'm gonna tell. Then she goes and kisses Briggs or Jensen or whoever he is, and then Fallon's like, well, I can't tell him now. They just went to first base. It's the first time he went to first base, and I can't take that from him. If you were a really good friend, you tell him regardless. But she's not.
Now, Vince, you have to remember that she has tried to rat out Kiana on 2 or 3 separate occasions. And every time Kiana has ducked and dipped and dodged and weaved like someone was throwing a wrench at her fucking head and gotten out of it and made her look like an asshole.
Yeah, but here's the thing. She took the picture, showed it to Kiana. Send the picture to fucking Briggs already.
Yeah, but what if Kiana says that that's her fucking uncle or her cousin or whatever?
Then he's a fucking
Another
moron
brother.
and you disown him as a friend and move on. That's what you do.
You clearly he's blinded by love, homie.
He's thinking with his dick, not with his heart, Katie.
That's the only brain he has. Have you listened to the guy talk?
Exactly. Which is why the man needs a fucking life support, like wings, like the floating device you use in the pool, but he needs those for life, and he needs to follow his fucking friends.
Those are called floaties.
He needs to flow out and away from this situation with Kiana and listen to his friends. But Fallon's not being the best friend. And what's the other dude? Brooks? Yeah, right.
It's Briggs and Jensen. Josh
Bro-
Briggs and Brooks Jensen.
Josh Brooks and Briggs Jensen.
Riggs.
Anyway, the tall dude, right? Like the non-version one. Like, what's his whole thing? It's like, you tell your friend that's your best bud. You know, like that's supposed to be your main dude. Like if Justin knew that something was going on in my love life, he would have told me, and vice versa. We're not gonna let like a first base a smooch get in between the truth. I told you the truth, Matt.
I mean, you waited until I found out on Get Show that you were cheating on me and became a permanent cast member over there, even though you didn't show up this week.
Oh my!
What are you talking about? I've been a permanent member.
You did not come and tell me about it, though. You waited until I heard it on Get Show, and then you said, "Oh, hey, by the way, you might hear this if you listen to the episode. I'm officially on Get Show. I hope it's not a problem."
Yeah,
so you cheated on me, and then you let me hear about it first, and then admitted it after you had already listened to it.
Because technically, the order of operations, and this is a math, like a math reference there.
Okay, Axiom, let's go.
I was not planning to be part of Get Show. Justin's like, "Hey, Benji, Vince, do you want to be part of Get Show?" And I'm like, "No, Justin, fuck you. I have Matt. I don't need you in my life."
Definitely what he said.
So I'm like, yeah, I'll be part of it. But I was like more of a liaison or whatever the phrase is, kind of like Katie is to us. You know, Katie is an unofficial official member of the Smackin It Raw Podcast. I'm an unofficial official member of Get Show Podcast.
No, it sounds like you're pretty official over there. So I think that's where the comparisons end.
You're pretty official here too, Katie.
I am not on any website. I am not on. I take
because
weeks
you
off.
choose not to be. But
I'm not
if
on
you
Crazy
ask
Conversations
Matt,
every week.
if you ask Matt, if you ask me, if you ask the cafe, and you ask most of wrestling podcasts and Twitter that knows the Smackin It Raw Podcast, they ask you who are the members of the Smackin It Raw Podcast. They'd say Matt, Katie, Vince. In that
You think,
order.
oh, I'm second.
Yeah.
Justin,
exactly.
while Vince claws and digs himself out of this whole spinner swallow.
Yeah, you know what? So I'm actually going to tag team on what Vince said about the whole.
Oh, you're gonna tag team Vince? Thing. Go ahead.
No. The segment.
Is that how you lured him over to Get Show?
I mean, between Justin and Benji, how can you not?
So I'm going to include what Booker T said. I don't know if you heard what he said, so I'm going to swallow what he said. He said after the kiss, Booker T hotter than Chulu. It's getting hotter than Chulu green sauce. I don't know if you heard that one.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, he said it's getting hotter than a Chulu green sauce, and I thought that was hilarious by Booker T.
Booker T said something else on commentary. On NXT, and I can't remember what it was, but he said something that just made me fucking laugh. I'm trying to remember what the fuck
Shucky
it was.
Ducky Quack Quack?
No.
Is that was kind of tagged on what we're talking about, so you want to do another swallow? Oh.
Yeah, so I also swallow, I don't know if you saw during the Gargano and Waller segment. So when the whole thing happened and the security is trying to break off the whole fight, did you see Grayson Waller slide down the steps? He went down by every rung like a damn cartoon. I thought that was hilarious.
It must have hurt so bad, just the corners of those steps.
He just
in
went
your spine. Ugh. And Johnny got busted open during that brawl too.
Yeah.
I don't know when he got busted open though.
I don't know if it was intentional, but I was like, okay. I mean, we're getting, it's adding to the feud, but
yeah.
Oh, I thought it was me.
No, he froze before, but then he came back for a second, so maybe he's just trying to figure everything out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it might be his internet connection. That's usually how my screen looks like when I fuck up.
Whoa.
Oh, whoa. Time out. We're too close to each other. Social distancing.
Okay.
Social distancing. Just, is that what I look like on Getting Off a few weeks ago?
Why did that happen too? Did we do the 3-screen like that?
Well, I don't know if you did the 3-screen thing, but my screen, remember how I left for a few minutes?
No, it didn't do that. It didn't do that. It just kind of rearranged those. But right before this, when we had the 3-screen setup, we were all about to do a Morphin Time type of thing right now.
It's morphin' time. Yeah, basically, we were about to be the Power Rangers.
For
Kinda
real.
crazy.
I mean,
well,
I'm claiming Trini because I have no choice. So
I mean, you always have a choice, Justin. Well, Matt texted me saying, "Finish without me. I'll come back if you can't." So
no.
we'll see. I who's next?
So where we just left
he changed the
NXT.
order too many
there
times.
was no order.
There
so
was in the beginning, and then you two were dicking around.
I
So
know.
Katie,
got mad at you.
why don't you go next?
I'm just gonna do what I'm told.
I'll go next.
What was that energy before?
I'm going to spit Orange Cassidy versus Butcher because why the fuck do we need this match? I love the fact that Orange Cassidy gets to wrestle every week.
Right.
Does he need to? No. Does he need to be the international champion? No. Did he need to face the Butcher? No. But next week we do get House of Black, always been on Black, versus Best Friends. So that's gonna slap. I'm very excited for that.
Yeah, that I'm looking forward to. I actually skimmed through the Butcher versus Orange Cassidy match just because nothing against Orange Cassidy. I love Orange Cassidy, but it's like I don't give a fuck about the Butcher. No one gives a fuck about the Butcher. So I just
although he was pretty good though. I mean
he's
nobody
improved,
really yeah, and I think a lot of that has to do because of Orange Cassidy, who was his opponent in this match. But I gotta say, like, I never really cared for Butcher, just like I like a lot of people. But like in this match, I fucks.
Yeah, you fucks during this match.
I fucks with it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it wasn't. It's just I didn't. There was nothing that really like got me interested in it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So
yeah. Okay. All right. Well, surprisingly enough, a match that I mean, the match itself I wasn't too interested about, and I didn't really have too much like stuff that I really cared about. But I'm gonna go ahead and swallow the Eddie Thorpe entrance. He kind of like stole the DJZ's old gimmick, Joaquin Wild's old DJ gimmick. Came out with like the DJ video package before the match.
Yeah.
The entrance was really cool. It looked like a bunch of like red smoke balls going back and forth. The match was solid. He got the win. So I've never heard or seen or knew anything about Eddie Thorpe, but based on what I saw on this week's NXT, I'm like, not bad.
Solid.
Yeah. Solid little swallow there.
Yeah, I mean, I ended up Googling the name out of curiosity, and he was on like New Japan Strong, but I never watched that. Like his name was like Carl Fredericks, and like that sounded familiar. So I mean, we're all about changing gimmicks if you need to. Coming over, him being a DJ is low-key kind of lame, I'm gonna be honest, but he's good in the ring. We'll see what happens. That was only his first match in NXT.
Yeah,
to be determined.
They have I'm sorry, but they have doesn't NXT have like a live streamer gimmick?
Yeah,
right. So like
Stevie Turner.
There you go,
Stevie Turner.
So I feel like that's what NXT is trying. They're trying to like
modernize,
do like modernize the gimmicks. Yeah,
kind of like back then they had like mailmen and junkyards, like garbage men and police officers. Now they have DJs as the job gimmick wrestler.
A streamer.
Well, that's what like the younger, like my age and younger, that's what they're doing. They're all influencers in some way, or they're all the freaking not like the DJs.
Oh, well, I mean, how was that? Oh,
well, my mom's an actual DJ, not one of those.
DJs, shout out to mom. That's right.
Shout out to Mama Kinzy. Okay. I love all right. But yeah, so that's my swallow. But before we continue to move on, just to like kind of like see where we are in time, Katie, how many spits or swallows do you have left?
1, 2, 3 that I really want to talk about.
Okay. Justin, how many spits or swallows do you have left? Or are you just kind of winging it, bro?
No, I have a bunch of listed down, but they're kind of like similar to like what everyone's saying. So like, I don't want to say 8, but
Jesus.
he's here. In the chat.
He's here.
Matt says, sorry, don't know what happened, but my browser took a shit and won't come back. Matt, if
How
you're
are we
listening to
supposed
this,
to-
you can go and log into StreamYard on your Google Chrome browser on your phone, and you can do the same thing. You can just go on your phone. I found that out. I told him about it. It was a neat little thing. You can actually host the show from your phone. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Interesting.
So I'm swallowing that.
Let's
I
see.
can
Yeah,
host
maybe
the
that
show on
works
my
too.
phone. Yeah. Okay. Well, Justin, I'm gonna pivot over to you, man.
Okay, so like I know we talked about it a little bit, but the I'm swallowing the Kenny Overrated Mega versus the Jeff Cobbsworthy.
Just Cobbsworthy.
Listen,
Jeff
that's
Corn
not
on the
here-
Cob was right there.
Jeff Corn on the
So I that's not here to do the name, so I figure I'll do them. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, I'm gonna gargle the match because I expected a little bit more from this match from these two, especially from past matches that they had. To me, I feel Jeff Cobbsworthy is kind of like the Bailey of New Japan. He's kind of like just going through the motions, in my opinion, personally. Like kind of like how Bailey's trying to find herself in her ring persona and her like the way she's doing her moveset. Jeff Cobbs is doing it like I feel he's great in like house shows and like Warrior Wrestling and shit like that. But when it comes to
he's
TV,
really good. Yeah,
I feel like he hasn't been lackluster like he's normally been. And you know, and I know like you know a lot of people give Kitty shit and stuff, but I will say he tried to get the best out. So
looks like the
that's my
bad
take
internet.
on that.
I think the bad internet is following Matt all the way to Justin's house. It's tornado.
Oh, it is?
It's all connected to the tornado earlier, which is why we couldn't watch SmackDown. Katie, we'll go with you next since you have 3 more.
Yeah. I'm going to swallow Willow versus Ruby Soho. I really I understand why Ruby got the win, but at the same time, Savannah kind of mentioned it. It is getting a little repetitive that Outcasts win, they start beating down the homegrowns, people rally, come out
with a pipe.
She didn't have a pipe this week, which is why she got her ass beat a little bit. But then Jamie Hayter came out for the save because Hayter and Rio have a title match next week. And Jamie put her entire being into doing the Haterade finisher she does, and Tony ducked and got out of the way. Jamie had so much momentum that she fell into the ropes on the other side.
Right.
She put her whole thing into it, and that's how you should do it. Jamie Hayter's a goddamn star.
Yeah.
But Willow and Ruby, I liked the match. I fucking love Willow. I love Ruby. I really think Willow should have got the win, but it's setting up. We're getting the groundwork for this. I want it to be a blood and guts match between the homegrown.
I think so too. Yes. I think it should be a blood and guts.
Yes,
it's not gonna be because Turngon hates women and me. So
yeah, I'm with you there, Katie. I kind of had the same sentiment last week when it was Sky Blue versus Tony Storm that I felt like Sky Blue should have gotten the dub. And it's one of those things where I get you're trying to establish this new heel woman faction, but at some point they kind of have to. They have to take a nick. You know, they don't have to necessarily take a full on body shot or a blow to the face, but they need to get a nick or a bruise on their way to set something up. Or else why would they even agree to a blood and guts match if they're just dominating everyone week in and week out? So
yeah, they need to take an L. Last night you took an L, tonight you bounce back.
Yeah.
And to say the whole Willow thing is repetitive, yeah, I mean they signed her, which was a big deal in the beginning. But sometimes when AEW signs people, they're not on TV, and Willow's been on TV consistently ever since she's been signed. So I like it. You know what I'm saying? I like me some Willow.
Oh my god, wrong Willow.
Oh.
Okay. I got maybe like 2 left.
I actually
here.
got 2 more. I actually narrowed it down to 2. So.
Perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and swallow Team Firecrotch's bonding together promo where they actually bonded each other and tied each other. I thought that would have been the perfect setup for Adam and Eve. While we're talking about bondage and other accessories, they probably went to adamandeve.com. So I'm gonna leave the link up there as well. I thought it was great. I love Team Firecrotch. I think it's fantastic. I hope they get dub because Fallon Henley is not a good friend and Kiana James is a cheater. So I support redheaded witches in my wrestling. So,
bro, I
Team
thought that
Firecrotch.
was like some charm shit. I was like, get your charm over here, right?
Charmed.
Right? Phoebe, T Phoebe.
You are speaking to Katie right now. You were speaking to Katie.
You're talking to somebody
on,
who
come
owned
on,
every
come
single
on.
season of Charmed on DVD.
The Book
for
of
the longest
Shadows?
time.
What? The Book of Shadows?
I saw a TikTok
Come
not that
on.
long ago that someone made like a replica of the Book of Shadows.
Oh, the Book of
and I was
Shadows?
like, I will give my entire life for that. I want that.
Damn,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I think we're all in agreement swallowing Team Firecrotch.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
Which
I mean,
is-
that's 2 girls in one ring.
it's 2 girls, 1 ribbon, actually.
See,
2
if
girls
that-
and 1 the Japan Cup.
Okay.
No, okay. See, if we didn't
Ooh.
already have Got Milf, 2 girls and 1 ribbon would have been like a good name there too.
See,
Would have been a good
Gotcha,
title.
gotcha.
Justin, you say you got 2 more. What's your?
So I
second
got
to
2
last?
more. So I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on it, but the family, Tony D and Steph, the winner. Forget about it. Come on.
Forget
Get
about.
yourself a little chicken
Forget
parmesan.
about it.
You know what I'm saying? Get yourself a little, Italian sub. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm
A
swallowing that too.
cannoli.
I'm swallowing it simply for the fact that Brooks and Jensen aren't added into the match, and making it a fatal 4-way match because I don't really care about them whatsoever. I really
Okay.
only.
I'm
Yeah.
swallowing the fact that this is going to lead to possibly the D'Angelo family becoming tag team champions.
Hey.
It might happen. Who knows?
I'm
Come
with it because
on.
it's either that or Gallus retains. Because I don't
Yeah.
think the Creeds are winning. I think Creeds are a good possibility to be called up to the main roster as a tag team.
Okay.
So I don't really. This could be like a farewell Swans song match for them. But I'm with you,
Maybe.
little Tony D. Matt's not here, but we're gonna swallow the Dawn of NXT for him.
I mean, I always swallow the Dawn of NXT because this Tony fucking D'Angelo. Fucking
Yeah.
forget about it.
Perfecto. Come on. You love to see it.
Katie, what else you got?
So I'm gargling Jungle Boy's match. I can't even remember who he had the match with. Oh, Matt Hardy. I wrote it down.
Oh,
God.
forget
I
it.
wrote
No,
it
just
down.
forget it.
So I'm spitting the match, but I'm swallowing the promo with MJF after the fact.
Yes.
I tweeted it. I kind of want MJF to do this every week with the Pillars. Let them have a match.
Okay.
Let MJF come out. They talk their shit.
Mm-hmm.
Then MJF goes just a little too far with something. And then the Pillar attacks them, gets a few scraps in, and then MJF runs away. Leading up to Double or Nothing, because that's more than likely going to be the main event, is all 4 Pillars for the title. That's what they've been building to. It would make the most sense. Because somebody said they didn't understand like the quote random encounter between Jungle Boy and MJF, and I was like, no, it's planted. It makes a lot
They
of sense.
set it up at his rebar missed when they all showed up.
So fucking funny.
Right.
Yeah.
But MJF taking the low blows, talking about Anna Jay, which like you don't talk about Anna Jay in front of Jungle Boy. No.
No, sir.
No.
Shout out to Anna J.
We love Anna Jay.
Yeah.
But no, I thought it was a really good promo by both guys. I like what they're doing, and I kind of wanted to continue building up to, and like the Pillars can do with each other too. Like,
Yeah.
just getting each other's business. I think it's going to be a
menage
great
a
time.
trois, or whatever it is that it's called.
You know what
well,
I
that
thought
would be
was
3
funny?
people.
You know what I thought was funny is that, do you remember watching Dynamite and then they had a shot of like this family that were able to like upgrade their tickets with doing some promotion? Did you see that?
Yeah.
And I thought it was so funny, like, because a couple like an hour early they do that thing when MJF says, "Oh, you're weak between the knees," right? Can you just imagine the kid asking the dad, "What does that mean, Dad?" Weak between the knees. That's what I hear Mom say to you. What does that mean?
Damn.
This is why the day I become a father and I take my child to a wrestling show, it's 9 times out of 10 going to be a WWE show because they keep it PG.
That or New Japan. That or New Japan.
New Japan. When are you going to see
all
them
wrestling
Chicago
all day?
That often? You don't get that frequently.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's very true.
WWE can push the envelope.
Yeah, I mean the amount of times they say bitch. I mean,
but AEW has MJF who.
By the time you have a child who will understand and comprehend things, MJF might not even be with AEW anymore. He might be in WWE.
Oh, and if he does go, he'll be more PG and neutered there. Yeah. We'll see. Who knows? Who knows when that'll be? It could be a year from now. It could be 5 years from now.
I said when your kid comprehends. And kids usually don't start comprehending things until really comprehending things until about like 2, 3. So
I'm 38 and I still have trouble
comprehending things. I'm with you there, Justin. I saw comprehending things too. Comprehending things can be a challenge in your day-to-day life. I'm gonna swallow.
Shout out to comprehension.
Shout out to comprehension. That was a class in high school or middle school. At some point in school.
I would hope middle school is when you're, or younger is when you're learning comprehension.
In my English courses.
Yeah, like reading comprehension is something you learn. I think I learned that in elementary school.
Yeah.
Yes, anyways.
I'm swallowing Pretty Deli's preview promos, hyping up Stand and Deliver. I fucking love Pretty Deli. They really sold me on this pay-per-view. I wasn't like feeling them as like hosts because it's like I feel like the whole hosting is kind of like overplayed a little bit, to be honest with you. Aside from Shotzi hosting Halloween Havoc, I don't think a pay-per-view really needs a host except for Bad Bunny at Backlash. Shout out, Benito. But Pretty Deli, funny. I love them so much. They held hands. I don't know if that teases anything or are they just like very comfortable holding hands?
Mean, they are very comfortable
with each other.
Their sexuality.
I'm very comfortable.
They're just very, maybe a little,
But that's the mystery. Just like the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop, you'll never know. But I love their whole promos. Everything was fantastic. The way they hyped up the matches, it was all good. I liked it. It was what's the word? It was interweaving story narrative promo segments from start to finish, and it was good. I liked them. I like Pretty Deli.
Yeah, I like them too.
They're pretty swell.
I'm just mad.
No, you don't. We're getting through. We're flying by.
Doesn't mean I don't miss him. It's my homie. It's my friend.
I miss Matt too, but we're having fun. We got the homie Jess.
I have. There are two fourths. There's half of the core 4 here.
Core 4.
By the way, I saw Scream 6 on Sunday. By the way, after Melissa's birthday party, fucking great movie. Loved it.
Now you can go watch Getting Off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I also went ahead and like added to my quote the first 5 Scream movies just so I can binge them all together again.
Great.
Justin, we're gonna do one more.
Yeah, this is my last one. This is my last spit or swallow. So I'm actually gonna swallow Daniel on the ROH got a match with Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Coming in for Big Fudge, you kind of cut away there with your internet.
I know what he's saying. I believe.
Can you hear me now?
It was Tanahashi versus Garcia.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. And the thing is, like, of course, Tanahashi and Dana Garcia, when he's not being like, a Jericho type of like lackey, he's
Jassel.
good. Right.
A
He's
Jassel.
Jassel. He's good. And the funny thing is that he did this match. He actually mimicked Shinsuke Nakamura in this match too. He did the leg thing. He did the thing where he bends down. So I thought that was pretty interesting on an ROH show. With
Okay.
an AEW and a New Japan wrestler. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
Shout
for
out,
sure.
shout out.
Shout out,
I didn't get a
Tamagotchi.
chance to see it, but it sounds cool.
Yes, I
like it.
couldn't think of the name. Tamagotchi. That's what it was. Yeah.
Tamagotchi. Hiroshi Tamagotchi. Katie, how many more do you have left?
This is my last one.
Perfect.
I'm swallowing Drew McIntyre and Sheamus defeating Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci, also known as Imperium.
Yes.
I love the fact that they're really playing in the fact that Drew and Sheamus are kind of pissed at each other because they're both going for the IC title on Sunday.
Wait.
Sunday.
We have the technology. Sunday.
It's Sunday. I was right. I knew. I remembered. But no, I liked this. The fact that they like kind of tag each other in and out. Sheamus hitting the Brogue. Drew hitting the Claymore right after.
Mhm.
The tension. Gunther watching on a TV like a normal human being, by the way, in the back. It's good. I really hope Sheamus becomes a Grand Slam champion on Sunday. He deserves it.
I'm with you. I've been enjoying this threesome between Gunther, Drew, and Sheamus. I
Got
do
them
hope
as well.
Sheamus. Yes, thank you. It applies now. Sheamus, for the longest time I touted him as my goat. He's still one of my goats, even though I'm not
we
allowed
remember.
to. I hope he becomes we're Grand Slam champion, gets the IC title, gets the title he never got. I just don't see Gunther losing, unfortunately. My heart wants Sheamus. My mind is telling me Gunther. But we'll see. We'll see.
We won't know until Sunday night.
We'll find out. I'm looking forward to it. My last swallow, and I'm surprised no one's mentioned this so far. I'm swallowing the Goodfellas Bloodline Mania commercial, as well as the Mania movie castings with like doing like
like they're auditioning for
when they're auditioning, specifically Otis. He's just so over here just like performing cunnilingus on the camera and stuff.
Because it was Silence of the Lambs. Have you seen that movie?
Yeah, I've seen Silence of the Lambs. It's one of my favorite movies. I've watched it.
Okay, well,
Fava
as
beans
someone
and a nice Chianti.
basically, as someone who gets accused of not seeing movies, to someone who we know has not seen movies, just making sure you've seen Silence of the Lambs.
Well, yes, I have, but my whole thing is I watch movies, but I just don't watch a lot of like American movies because I kind of grew up watching like more like Mexican or like Latino themed movies, So like that's kind of where it's in. It's kind of like Spanish is my first language, so that's kind of like where I lean towards when it came to like the demographic of movies.
I mean that makes sense. So what's stopping you from watching Hook?
I actually saw the trailer for it, and I wasn't too like intrigued. I was like, I don't know if this is for me currently. For 30-year-old Vince, I don't know if this is something I want to watch.
If you're a child at heart, you will love Hook. It doesn't matter.
I don't really care for the Peter Pan story or anything if like Tinkerbell and stuff like that. It's like it just never really appealed to me.
Oh, it's blasphemous. I can't.
I have to not. I'm 50-50 because as we know, the story is very has creepy-ish vibes.
Well, yeah.
But this version of Peter Pan is not creepy.
I literally read a book
older.
that is like the story of Peter Pan who is just kidnapping children. It's called The Lost. I think it's called like The Lost Child. It's a very good book.
Yep.
I haven't finished it because it's a massive ass book, but it's very good.
I don't know. Like I said, let's make a list. This is what we'll do in 2023. We're gonna make a list of 23 movies that I should watch, and eventually I get through the list before the end of the year, and we'll go from there. But yeah, swallowing the movie casting stuff and like the Bloodline WrestleMania vignettes, all good stuff. I thought it was probably one of, if not the best, like WrestleMania like movie vignettes that they did. So
Well, yeah, I mean, you had Solo just really like doing the punch at the end, which was perfect and could very well lead to something later down the line.
They teased it.
They did. They know what they're doing. So I was all about it. And the fact that he didn't break until they like called cut because somebody like posted like a behind the scenes thing. So good for him. I love it. And I love the everyone auditioning. It's kind of like the You Talking to Me one from
exactly
last time they were there. One. So I'm all about it.
Yeah, for sure. But guys, I guess one final question here is what's your favorite show of the week?
Man, for me, I'm gonna go. Actually, I'm actually gonna go Dynamite.
Okay, interesting. Katie,
Adam Cole returned. I'm going Dynamite.
I'm gonna go SmackDown just for the simple fact that one of my favorite factions that I didn't actually get to see live in LWO was resurrected and reformed with Legado and Rey Mysterio, and plus technically I'm lumping Hall of Fame with SmackDown because it's all one thing. Rey Mysterio, so I'm SmackDown even though I didn't get to see it because of Legado. But 2 out of 1. So Dynamite, best show of the week as per the Smackin It Raw podcast. Guys, plug your stuff first, and then I'll start plugging the show stuff. Justin,
am I going? I was gonna say Justin go first.
Okay. Yeah, you can find me at the Get Your Podcast on Twitter, Get Your Podcast on Instagram. You can't find me there. You can find me on Marks and Mikes. We did do an episode, doing like a more of a WrestleMania predictions episode, so check that out. Monday is Jizzy's birthday. Shout out to Jizzy, and Lechon Diaries 4 will be dropping Monday too.
Nice.
Faux.
Core 4.
Sorry,
Katie.
Just get very excited. Of course, you can follow me on Twitter at KatieWrestling13, link to my about all things Juliet Showcase, Twitch.tv/Juliet Showcase, typically Thursdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, give or take, usually 6:15, because Savannah's usually late. YouTube.com/Juliet Showcase, you can watch videos there. Anchor Spot for Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, if you want to listen. Juliet Showcase is the weekly show and the brand that I have created. Inside the Mind, I was an interview series I do. There's not going to be a new one this week because it's WrestleMania week and everybody's busy, and I didn't hit anybody up because everybody I wanted to is in LA, and there's a lot happening. I'll have one up soon. The past ones are up there. Vince and Just have both been on there, as well as Matt and Allison and Will and a bunch of other people that we're friends with.
That's right.
And I mean, I was on Bosh and Chair Shots trivia night, even though I wasn't supposed to be, so you can go check that out.
Yeah.
Getting off. We did Scream 6, Core 4.
Shout out.
So you can go check that out too. We're planning a bunch of stuff. Since Matt's not here, I'll talk about it. Planning a bunch of stuff for Getting Off this month. It's going to be a good month, everybody. Yeah. So keep an eye out.
Great month.
And if you want to watch Getting Off live or Smackin It Raw live, you can go to twitch.tv/CreationWorld. youtube.com/CreationWorld, where you should follow us there, subscribe to us there, turn on the bell notification so you know when we go live. If you haven't already, give us a subscription on twitch.tv/CreationWorld, because if you have Amazon Prime, you get Twitch Prime or Prime Gaming or whichever one it is, and you get a free subscription. So throw it our way. We appreciate it. And if you want to continue to support us monetarily, you can go to patreon.com/CreationWorld and throw in $1 our way, and you can go ahead and watch exclusive content such as Return to Wrestling with the Warden Matt Ritter and Lord Custodian Travis Pointer as they talk about WCW content. You could also watch Travis and Mara do multiversal comic stuff where they talk about the DC movies, which is always fun. The back catalog is available there as well. And if you do want to watch us after the fact, a little bit privacy, kind of like Justin, he probably went over to pornhub.com/model/CreationWorld, where you can go ahead and pleasure yourself there and pleasure yourself with our lovely faces as well as we talk about wrestling and we spit or swallow. If you want to follow us even more, we got creationworld.com. We have links there, our dating profiles as well, our merch shop, yada yada yada. It's all there. Yeah. Linktree/Creation World gives you the links to all that, but you could also go to Linktree/Smackin It Raw if you want specific links to Smackin It Raw's content. Go to Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter to follow the show at It's Creation World. You can follow Matt on Twitter at MATTRIDDER on Twitter.
MATTRIDDER.
But you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at SESVince. Go ahead and follow me there. You can also go to youtube.com/SESVince and subscribe there. We did Wrestling March Madness. The video is still up. Check it out. I want views. So give me a view. Give me a subscription. Give me a like. I want views. I'm not talking about the Drake album either. So yeah, guys, that's all I got. Anything else?
No, happy WrestleMania weekend, y'all.
Yeah, shout out. All right.
WrestleMania weekend, baby.
All right. Later, y'all. See you next week.